everyone, this is Maureen and welcome to My Crochet Story. Today is Wednesday, September the 11th, and I'm here to share just a little bit about what's been going on in the world of amigurumis for me. But before I get to that, let me just say that today's presentation of amigurumi is going to be a little bit different than what I've been doing in the past. So I do hope that you'll stay around because I do have something new that I wish to share with you, and just to give you a little bit of update on the projects that I have been showing you these past few weeks. But before I get to that, let me say thank you to each and every one of you that support me by coming and watching my videos, no matter what the topic is, like today being amigurumi. I really appreciate your time watching what I like to share with you, and I also appreciate those of you that are sure to leave your little thumbprints for me and comments that just encourage me to continue on in this journey of the crochet world. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome into you as well. Thank you so much for stopping in and sharing a little bit of your time with me. I do hope that you are intrigued enough to stay and watch the entire video. And if you do, all I ask is that please be sure you leave a thumbprint and go over and check out all the other topics that I have on my channel. I sure do hope you will, and hopefully it'll lead you to subscribe and hit that notification bell that has those cute little hugs on the side, because it'll let you know every time I upload some content. All right, so I haven't worked any this past week on my two little fairies. They're in, I'm not going to say timeout, let's just say recess, okay? Because they haven't been bad. It's just that I kind of went down the rabbit hole just a little bit on my Holy Bible Nativity set. I do have all of the front and back covers made, the outside covers, now not the insides yet, made for 4 books. I've decided that I'm going to do 4 books first this year, and if I have time, I'll get the other 3 done, but if not, then I'll just do the remaining 3 for next year. Remember, I started out on this project saying I was going to do 7 books, thinking I could get them all done, but the more I play with the pieces and stuff, the more I realize that, yeah, Maureen, you're just going to have to back it down a little bit. So I'm still working on those covers. I have finished my splines. The only thing that I'm waiting on right now is the canvas that I need to start putting the books, the outside book and spline, all together so that I can start working on the box that all these little pieces are going to go into. But in order to do that, I have to have the canvas, and the canvas hasn't arrived. I did check on it a couple of days ago, and it's on back order, so I'm going to have to find myself another source. I don't have the time, I feel like, to wait, and I just want to make sure that I have it. I know my husband said you can work on the other pieces, but you know how you get a plan in your head, and I say I want to do this, then I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this. That's the part of my OCD that says, no, you got to do this, 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 and this. And not because it's the outline of what's in the pattern. It's because that's what I have seen in my head, and I can't I cannot seem to take this little picture here and jump it over there. You know what I mean? Anyhow, so that's where I'm at on the book. And speaking of books, so this is the surprise. This is what's a little bit different on amigurumi today. I have a new amigurumi book to show you. Now, let's see. It's a very pretty color. I will tell you that it is an awesome book for someone who wants to learn to do amigurumi. All right, I will say that. Now, of course, in the introduction, well, I'll just read the introduction to you here in a minute. But this little book is compiled by a young woman by the name of Amanda Oliver. Now, what she has done is she has taken many patterns, about 26, I think is what the book says, from different creators around the world, and she has compiled their patterns in this book to offer a look into the real world of amigurumi. And she says, well, like I said, I'm getting ahead of myself. But so first, let's talk about the book. Here you go. Now, it's a little hard to read the pink lettering here, but it's called Crochet Menagerie. And this is an animal adventure of 26 enchanting little patterns. Now, as you can see from just these two on the cover here, they're very simplistic, and that's what led me to this book, because number one, like I said, it's a great one for an introduction into amigurumi. There's not a lot that you have to learn all at once. I will now read the introduction to you. Welcome to Crochet Menagerie, Animal Adventures, 26 Enchanting Patterns. This book will show you how to make adorable stuffed animal projects in the popular Japanese style of amigurumi with bright colors and big exaggerated features. Fun for beginners and experts alike, these projects require very little material and take only a couple of hours. In the following pages, you'll get an introduction to the essential terminology and techniques you'll need to crochet them. Then it's on to the 26 animal patterns developed by talented craft artists from all over the world, complete with full color photographs to help you follow along. Step-by-step instructions will teach you how to make a spotted cow, a curly-tailed pig, a prickly porcupine, and much, much more. So happy hooking. There are monkeys and cows and pigs and chicks, giraffes, birds, koala, and a bear pod. There's a dog, an alpaca, a Peter Pilot duck, an owl, a bunny, a beaver, and a bear, a fish, a hedgehog, a cat, and a fox, a raccoon, a fawn, a squirrel, and a kitten, and last but not least, a little mouse, a skunk, and a tortoise. Now, the only thing that is disappointing about this book is the photographs are not in color. And if you remember what I said in the introduction, it says, complete with full color photographs to help you follow along. Now, I don't know why the photographs are not in color. See right there, I'm just showing you. They give very good instructions on all the different types of stitches that you need in order to do amigurumi. I do have to say that the pictures are very large so that you can see them. And it's the same in the pictures that you will see when you're looking at doing the little projects. The pictures are huge, folks. And that is one thing that I can most definitely say about. See the little cow? Oh, can I get you there? There you are. See the little cow there? Very nice, big pictures. But again, I mean, I can tell that that's probably done with black and white yarn. Maybe the little horns up here are done in brown. I mean, I don't know. But it really doesn't matter because we're all going to choose our own colors anyway. Here's a very cute little simplistic pattern for a giraffe. And notice I said simplistic. So for those of you that are wanting to jump into the world of amigurumi, I think that this would be a good book that gives you a nice collection of different animals in which to start with. Like I said, there is a bear, there's a koala, a bird, you just saw the giraffe, a little chick, an owl, a bunny, who doesn't love a bunny, and a bear, of course, a raccoon and a fox. I mean, there's just a lot of different cute little animals. Now look here. Here's a bird complete with the nest and two little babies. Isn't that cute? And that's the face of the giraffe there. So even though the pictures are not in color, as I was looking through the book, and like I said, I was disappointed that they're not in color, but maybe the colors being in black, the pictures being in black and white were done on purpose. Because, let me tell you what, as I look at these pictures, especially when they're showing how to put them together, the stuffing, folks, of think that they were onto something here, honestly, because when you're looking at the black and white picture there, can you see it? Not only is it nice and big, but that picture there shows me exactly where I need to be going in the project as I'm making it. Let me see, there was something else over here that I thought quite fascinating. Oh, look at this one. Look at that nice picture there of showing how to make a decrease or to make a color change. And although we have come accustomed to seeing colored photographs of makes and the stage on the pattern, you know, black and white a lot of times is much more distinctive. You get to see a little bit more crisply. Maybe that's not the way to say it. The detail is more crisp, I think, sometimes in black and white rather than in the color. But that's my take, all right? You may disagree with me, and that's fine. But I do like the fact that these patterns are, number one, they are cute. Really, really they are. But I do like the fact that I'm getting to see a lot of detail by having the black and white photographs. I mean, look at this one here. That's what doing a body and then getting ready to do the neck and the head as it's all attached together. That to me, right there. Now, I love that technique, don't get me wrong. But when I first did an amigurumi that had the body and the neck and the head all in one, I can't tell you the number of times that I ripped it out because it wasn't looking right. I didn't know what it was supposed to look like. And I didn't really have the pictures that came along with the pattern, to me, they weren't focused in as well. You know what I'm trying to say? So anyhow, but I do like that. Every one of these pages that has a picture is nice and big. You get to see where you're supposed to be going into the next stitch, how you're supposed to be making the next stitch. And I think it's wonderful. Look at this little bear right here. Isn't he cute? That's one of those patterns that the little critter has the big head and the little body. I think those are precious. But yes, although I was disappointed in the beginning, the more I looked through this book, the more I was able to see that I really do think she was onto something here, especially if you're looking at this as a crocheter who's wanting to expand your repertoire, you know, looking to do something different. And amigurumi definitely is different. So on a scale of 1 to 5, I give this a very strong 4 as far as recommendation is concerned, because I do like the patterns in here. Again, they are very simple patterns, but for someone who's just starting out, I think this is a great collection of simple patterns for amigurumis. And not that you have to make them all, but why wouldn't you want to? I mean, like I said, to begin to look at all the ins and outs of making different critters and what's required. I mean, those of us that have a little bit more experience under our belts, even though the pattern for a dog and a cat look the same, there are differences in which how we attach the ears, what they look like, how we even have to crochet the ears, the face. I mean, for a cat, honestly, you can get away with just the cute little eyes and little nose and a pink mouth. With a dog, you have to, I mean, really, most dog patterns have to have a snout, or at least a little bubble right here to give the impression of a snout. Now, of course, if you're doing something like a pug or a little boxer, you know, their squishy mouth, I mean, their snouts are squished in, so you probably could get away with just a few stitches and impressions of just a little bit of highlighting here, there, and yonder to give you the impression that they have a snout. But still, there's just something different between crocheting a dog and a cat, and you need to know those different techniques that are required to do that. Now, I really like what she did here in the back of the book. Where to find the artist, because like she said, These are 26 different patterns from 26 different people from around the world. So here in the back, if you like a particular pattern or you're interested in seeing what a particular artist has, she has listed back here where you can go and find each one of these artists. She lets you know if they have a blog, if they have a website, if you can find them on Ravelry or Etsy. Yes. Let's see, quite a few of them here on Etsy. Let's see, one there has her own special website. Yes. So that's another great thing that I like to see back here in the back with this wonderful little book. Anyway, I will leave a link for you down in the description box where you can find this on Amazon, which is where I went and purchased it, so that if you are thinking about diving into the world of amigurumi, go and check the book out. I mean, I really think it would be a great investment for you just to get started with. So that's all I have for you guys today. Next week, I do hope to show you some progress on my little fairy friends, and if I get some canvas in, I'll show you what the book looks like, or at least one of the books, when we get just the outside cover put together. Thank you all so much, as I always like to say, for sharing your time with me today, because I know you could be somewhere else. You could be out or you could be watching another channel, but you took the time to see what I had for you today, and I greatly appreciate that. So always remember, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know, could be your light that they need to see. So until the next time, remember, I love you guys. Bye.